Sure.
Yeah, and I saw like 2 person didn't turn on the camera, so we just
2%?
yeah. So we can ask them to leave. We can remove them out at 5.
Miss Jayakran and Miss Kanyaporn, yeah?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Last warning for Jayakar and Kanyaporn. If you don't turn on your camera now, then I'm really sorry, we need to remove you from the room. Okay. Arya?
Yes, Pak.
Dirimu aja?
Yeah.
Yang
Yes, she did. Thank you, Aya.
Alright, shall we start?
Yes, Faris, please proceed.
Okay, thank you. Hello again, ladies. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here on time. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Yes, but first, let me introduce myself. My name is Faris. I'm from Binawan Company. We are representative of Saudi Airlines based in Jakarta. For this recruitment in Bangkok, Thailand, we are working together with Signature Company, here represented by Ms. Anissa and Ms. Jalila Abdi. And we are here to help you throughout the process. We start with today's process, which is the English test. So we're gonna have like around 60 minutes ahead to complete the test. But before we start, I'm sure you already have the instructions, but I will give you all the highlight of today's sessions. All right. Wait.
ไม่เป็นไรหนูมิวอยู่
One minute.
สวย
Yes. I think everybody can see my screen, yes? So I'm not gonna through one by one, just highlight some points. First, you will have 65 minutes to answer all 65 questions, all right? And it's gonna be, the test will be conducted on three part of the test, which is, it will be listening, grammar, and reading. Okay? I think you all already have your device ready. We cannot use mobile for this test. And then during the test, okay, during 60 minutes or less, you need to always turn on your camera. Okay? You can use your headphones on the listening sections, but if you prefer using your device audio, that's also acceptable. Yeah, you need to make sure the room is quiet so you can focus on the test. And we advise you to put all your information detail correctly in English alphabet. Okay, I'm still learning Thailand, so please give me a break. Put it on the English alphabet for now, and then you cannot leave the Zoom room before you submit the test. Okay. Just
You
to
did,
give you.
Faris, sorry. If that
Yes.
finished like earlier, example, like they finish in 50 minutes, then they have to stay in the room, right?
Yes, I will
Alright.
explain
Okay.
also later after this. Jeb, thank you. So yeah, when we start, we will give you the link and the passcode to start the test. So by clicking the link, it will redirect you to your web browser, okay? And then this page will appear. All right. At the first page, we're gonna need you to put your name, your full name, and then passcode that given to you also in the chat box. All right. After that, the second page will be this page. You're gonna need to write again your full name and your email address. Okay. After that, then you will start the test. The first part will be listening sections. On the listening sections, you will see the play button. You can hit the play button, and the audio, the dialogue will play for you. And then after finish the dialogue, you can start answering the questions based on the dialogue. In case you cannot play directly from the play button, there is a link below the play button that redirect you to the Google Drive. You don't need to download, but you can also play from there. So if you have a trouble with your device, you cannot play directly, just hit the link. Then usually direct you to the Google Drive, and then you can play from there. All right. After the listening section is completed, then on the bottom of the page, you will start with the grammar sections. All right. And then the last part of the test will be reading comprehension, where when you will see a paragraph, then you will answer the question based on the paragraph. All right. After finish all the questions, it's going to be around 65 questions. You will have 65 minutes, 1 minute for each question. But in case you finish before that, you can also leave the Zoom room as long as you already hit the submit button and you see this page on your device. Okay, so this page is the result of the test today. You can directly see your test result today, and this is very important. You need to make a screenshot of this page before you leave. So after you do the screenshot, then you can immediately leave the Zoom room without permission. It's okay, because this page we're gonna need you to print it out and bring it on the physical screening next week as one of the documents that required beside the CVs and other document that will inform you later by Miss Arisati. All right, that's it so far. Before we start, does anybody have questions?
ถามได้นะคะเข้าใจสเต็ปกันหมดเนาะ
No, not in Thailand, please. In English.
Alright, sorry. No questions. Yeah, I'm just asking if there are any questions. And don't, the most important part, you have to capture or screenshot the last page, your result, because you need to print it out and bring with yourself on the one-on-one physical screening. Alright? It's very important. If you don't have this paper, we will not accept.
Yes, either you not gonna invite it, or you need to take another test. So yeah. Okay, everybody. I think everybody's ready. Nobody. Okay, so it's all clear, yeah?
Yes.
All right. All right. Great.
Good.
Alia, can you help us with the link and the passcode? So
Link and passcode.
I would like to remind you again during the test, please keep turn on your camera because we will be here watching you guys. Alright. Alright. So the link and the passcode is there. You can start. Best of luck, everyone.
Good luck in the chat box. Listen to the audio before answering the question.
So, what did you think of the sculptures?
I loved them. They were very inspiring, and I really liked the way that art and nature combined to produce such a stunning landscape.
Exactly. And what I particularly liked was seeing how each one was just a little bit different because of how the weather has changed them.
Yes, me too. It was definitely worth seeing it, wasn't it? Yes, and wasn't it wonderful when the sun started to set behind them? For me, that was the highlight.
What did you make of them, Joe?
I wasn't that impressed by them, to be honest. I didn't really see the point of them. Just a bunch of statues standing in the sea.
How can you say that?
I don't know. They just didn't live up to my expectations. Also, it was much too cold for my liking. Maybe that's why I didn't appreciate them.
What about you, Sarah?
I liked them, but I found them a bit disturbing.
That's what the artist was trying to do, I think. Provoke different reactions in people.
What were they talking about? About scenery, about painting, about sculpture. Okay, sculpture. Next. How does they feel about the security cameras?
Beth, what do you think about all the security cameras on the streets today?
Oh, I think we need them.
Why's that?
In my view, they help the police to catch criminals.
I'm sorry, but I don't really agree. It's very easy to break the cameras.
True, but what about the criminals who don't know that there's a camera?
I take your point, but the cameras make me feel like a criminal.
That's right. It isn't very nice knowing that someone is watching you all the time.
Exactly. Personally, I don't like it at all.
Maybe. Perhaps there shouldn't be so many of them.
ไม่มีรูปมีแต่เสียง How does Beth feel about the security cameras? She likes it because it can hear the police. She likes it because it's anywhere. She hates it because it makes her like a criminal. Okay. And next, do you think the band love to work with the comedian? Okay.
There was a time when advertising luxury products like jewelry and watches was all about appealing to people's dreams of living like a movie star.
Well, yes, I suppose so.
But today society is very different. The men who wear your products don't want to feel like stars anymore. They just want to be ordinary guys who live ordinary lives.
Well, I'm not sure about that. Our products are worn by royalty, you know, and they're beautifully manufactured with many moving parts.
Well, yes, I was just going to say that. They're outstanding products. Outstanding products for ordinary people. That's how we're going to sell them. And we've asked comedian Tommy Lloyd to be the face on the posters. Don't you think he'll appeal to your customers?
Well, no, I totally disagree. The man's a fool. It'll be a disaster.
Okay, do you think the band love to work with the comedian? No, they don't. Maybe they will try it first. Yes, they do. And next, they are all agreed to go to Luigi's to have two Italian food, 2 and 4. Okay.
So we're all agreed that we should go to Luigi's on Friday then?
Hang on a minute. When did we agree that? You know I'm not very keen on Italian food.
But it's really good. Surely there must be something you like.
No, not really. I don't see why we...
Can I just say that you chose where we went last time and it wasn't very good? At least we know the food is good at Luigi's.
Just a second. I've got an idea. How about going to that new place in the square? They do Italian and other stuff as well. And I've heard it's great.
And what happened to her? A visit Franker for holiday. Couldn't come back to settle in time. She need to fly back to Rome.
Have I ever told you about what happened to me at Frankfurt Airport?
No. What?
Well, I was flying home to Seattle from Rome via Frankfurt. This happened about 2 years ago. Anyway, the Rome-Frankfurt flight was delayed, and when we finally landed, there was no gate available. So the airplane was parked on the tarmac, coincidentally, right next to the Frankfurt-Seattle plane I was supposed to transfer to.
So you could see the aeroplane, but couldn't get on. That must have been frustrating.
It was. Anyway, a bus came to take us to the airport entrance. It took us to the other side of the airport, so I ended up miles away from the Seattle airplane. So I ran as fast as I could and arrived at the Frankfurt-Seattle departure gate just as the last passengers were boarding the Seattle airplane.
I bet you were relieved.
I was, but not for long, as that wasn't the end of the story. You're not going to believe what happened next. The agent asked, "Which flight are you coming from?" I said, "Rome." The agent said, "I'm sorry, madam, that flight has been delayed and you won't make the connection."
You're kidding.
So I said, "I have made the connection, I'm here." Anyway, to cut a long story short, by the time he'd finished questioning me, the doors had closed and the half-empty flight had left without me.
No way.
And to make matters worse, it was the last flight of the day.
She visited Frankfurt for holiday. She couldn't come back to settle in time. She need to fly back to Rome. What happened to her? And why does the man never wear clothes his partner bought him? A. Because he likes black clothes. Because the clothes are ugly, and because he doesn't like someone else to buy him clothes. Okay.
Do you and your partner like the same styles?
No, we don't.
Oh, what clothes do you like?
I like casual clothes, and I always wear black.
Do you always buy black clothes?
Yes, I do.
And what clothes does your partner like?
She wears long, colourful dresses and long skirts.
Does she like your clothes?
No, she doesn't.
Does she sometimes buy clothes for you?
Yes, she does, but I never wear them.
He don't like someone else to buy him clothes. And which of these suggestions might be best solution for the boy next door? 1. To suggest him playing the drum in certain time. To put rubber disc in his drums in order to reduce the sound. And to move his drums kit to another room.
Oh, the boy next door is playing his drums again. It's so loud and it's beginning to drive me nuts.
I know. Me too. We really need to do something about it.
Well, one option would be to have a word with his parents.
Yes, I think we should. But we need to take into account that it is his hobby and he does have a right to play.
Yes, but we have a right to some peace and quiet. What if we ask him to move his drum kit to a different room? One which is not on the other side of our bedroom wall.
We could do, but it might not be possible. I think a better way forward would be to suggest he only plays at certain times, say between 6 and 7 p.m.
Yes, but is that fair on him? It's quite limiting. Would it be worth suggesting instead that they get some of those rubber discs to put on the drums that reduce the sound?
I'm not convinced that he'll want to do that, but I suppose there's no harm in suggesting it.
I think it would be an effective solution.
Okay, you go and speak to them then. Good luck.
2. Suggest him playing the drum in certain time. Robbie dig in his drum in order to reduce the sound. How many people visit Stonehenge? 6,000 every summer day. 1 million every summer. 6,000 every day of the year.
Stonehenge is situated on a high windswept plateau called Salisbury Plain in the south of England. It is the most famous of many Neolithic monuments in the area. Why was it built here? There are no rivers anywhere near it. Who built it and why? There are many theories, including, of course, that people from another planet were responsible.
My name's Ian. I'm a historic property steward here at Stonehenge. Stonehenge is a World Heritage Site. It's known throughout the world. On an average summer day, we get about 6,000 people. And throughout the year, we can be looking at upwards of 1 million people visiting the site.
6,000 people every summer day or every day of the years. Every day of the year. Who will Sam be traveling with? his family on his one his family, 2 on his own, 3 his friend.
Sam, what are you going to do when you finish university?
I'm not really sure.
Well, are you going to get a job?
Yes, of course. But first, I want to go travelling.
Really? Where are you going to go?
I want to go to India.
How interesting. What are you going to see in India?
I don't really know. I want to travel around and see all the country.
Great. Who are you going to travel with?
That's the problem. My friends aren't interested.
Oh, so what are you going to do?
I think I'm probably going to go on my own.
Oh, well, good luck and have fun.
What made her shift her career into teaching? A. Is her dream being a teacher since she was younger? B. She didn't like acting anymore. C. She needed money.
You know, in retrospect, it's no great surprise that I ended up being a teacher. My mother was a teacher, my grandmother was a teacher, it's in the family. But when I was younger, I was determined to be an actor. What was I thinking? There are virtually no jobs, and it's a really hard life. I tried it for a couple of years, but spent most of the time doing really badly paid secretarial jobs to get some money. Thank goodness my parents finally persuaded me to train as a teacher. Even then, I thought I would just do it so I could earn some money and get back to acting. But I found that I actually really loved it. If I hadn't been so desperate for money, I wouldn't have even thought about going into teaching. But in the end, my poverty was a blessing in disguise, because I found what I really wanted to do, teach.
Why can't the woman call the bus company? Because she don't have the number. 2. Because she don't want to go it. 3. Because the man has more time than her.
This is the list of the things for the youth club trip to the coast.
Okay, this looks fine, but we'll need some sports equipment too, so we can play football and volleyball on the beach. Shall I write that down?
Good idea. Use my pen. Right, let's go through the list. First, we'll need to organise a bus to take everyone there.
Why don't I do that? I've got more time than you, and I can phone the bus company this afternoon.
Perfect. Now, what about a poster to tell everyone about the trip? I can write the text, but I'm not very good at art.
What's that the woman suggests? He need to take medicine every 5 hours. He must go out. He need to keep warm.
Morning. How can I help you?
Hello. Have you got anything for a cold?
Well, there isn't much I can do, really. I think you should go home and get lots of rest.
Can you give me something for my cough? It's very annoying.
Yes. You could try this medicine. Take it every 6 hours until the cough goes away.
Right.
It's a good idea to drink lots of water, too. And keep warm. You mustn't go out.
Okay. Thank you very
To
much.
keep warm. Why does the woman order salad? Because she heard that the salad is good. 2. Because the steak is raw. 3. Because she needs side dish after eating steak.
Excuse me, I'm afraid I can't eat this steak. It's raw.
Really? I'll take it back to the kitchen for you.
No, I'd like to order something else, please.
Of course.
Where was the man yesterday? At Croatia. 2. At his house. 3. At Fabiola's house.
My wife and I were in Croatia for a week last year with a group of 12 people. It was cold because we were there in February. We were in Dubrovnik on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we travelled to Plitvice. It was great. Last week, I received an email from a woman in the group called Fabiola. She invited us to lunch at her house, so that's where we were yesterday. We had a great time, and we arrived home very late last night. I called Fabiola this morning to say thank you for a
What made the lecture start 30 minutes early? A. To have longer lunch time. 2. To eliminate lunch time for students. 3. To finish lecture early every day.
Okay, that's decided. Could we move on? The next item on the agenda is lunch times. Should they be longer?
In our opinion, they should be longer. You must admit that students work harder when they've had a good long break and plenty to eat.
I'm not so sure. A longer lunchtime means a late finish to the day, and students get tired late in the day.
Okay, well, a late finish is just one possibility. Another option would be an earlier start.
That's a good idea. An earlier start and a longer lunchtime.
I agree.
Okay, that's settled then. We'll start lectures at the college 30 minutes earlier.
And reading. Geysers have often been compared to volcanoes, but emit hot liquids from below Earth's surface. A. Despite. B. Because. C. In regard to. D. As a result of. Example. I work at 9 a.m. this morning. A.M. 2. Started. 3. Work starting. Work at 9 a.m. this morning. To you seen her. Surely she was standing right in front of you. A. Must have. B. Might have. C. Couldn't have. You didn't see her. Surely she was standing right in front of you. What would you say if he you on a date? If class. My car this week, so I'm going to work by bus. A is repairing. 2 is being repaired. 3 is be repaired. If clause อีกแล้ว if I the problem to my sister she will be happy to help me ช่องนี้ In Brighton, the average person spends more than $1,000 on new clothes a year. Around 4% of their income, which is true although as if the average person spend more than $1,000 on new clothes a year, around 4% of their income, which is this average person spend more than $1,000 on new clothes a year, when around 4% of their income. Which is could be although, could see as if, I have never seen anything like this before. Could be neither I. A do B C have. Neither do. Chocolate for over 400 years. For over ก็ต้องเป็น has been. ข้อ A has been produced. ข้อ B has been produced ที่เป็น verb ช่อง ข้อ C is being produced. Chocolate for over 400 has been produced. ต่อไปชื่อคนออกเว้นวรรค Does Nuria live in Valencia? เป็นคำถามคำตอบ No, she lives in Barcelona. A does B did Y C do. Does Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania is one the largest volcanoes in the world. A that B wish C of with the of is one of the largest. He is only 22 and he is written a best selling book yet to be still. See already. He is writing a best-selling book. He already Nobuyuki Tushi ชื่อคน was born by but at the age of just 2 he began learning the piano 2 years later, and he gave his first big concert in Tokyo when he was 20 years old. He started playing on a toy piano. He started ที่เติม s ข้อ B he starting play on a toy piano ข้อสุดท้ายคือ he started play on a toy piano. Okay. In a cashless society, enough change for the bus. That's get if you don't like carrying too many coins in your pocket. You need to worry about half. B. You aren't need it. Worry about having. C. You don't need to worry about having. Need to worry about. I'm sure she's on her way. I have seen her in reception. Yet. B. Just see still. I have yet. My parents are coming to stay next month. I hope I decorating the house by then. A. Will be finishing. B. Are finishing. C. Will have finished it. I hope I am finishing. Oh no. I will be. I was tired. I was so tired. I slept a baby. A like BS. I slept like a baby. You speak Korean? คำตอบ just a little. ข้อ A would ข้อ B want ข้อ C can you speak We will have to do a bit of Korean by the time you come to Seoul. ก็ประโยคต่อไปคือ We are starting class next week. A learn B learned C learning We will have learnedต่อไป if you had not seen the car it would have hit you back there. Okay, would have hit. I enjoy to online games. ข้อ A played ing ต่อไปThe Khaosan Road was a famous traveler spot even before Leonardo DiCaprio character on the film The Beach stayed there but it's noisy not very pretty and not very Thai คำไหนที่ผิดระหว่าง was before on stayed The Khao Loss was a famous travel spot even before Leonardo DiCaprio on the film The Beach stayed there even onอันนี้คือคำถามโจทย์แล้วก็จะเหมือนเป็นประโยคแล้วก็ highlight was แล้วก็ before เหมือนเดิมเป็นโจทย์แล้วก็ highlight according to scientists people tax food differently it depends on the number of tax buds on your tongue if you have a large number of tagged buds things tag stronger มีคำว่า test have on stronger people taste food differently it depends on the number of taste buds on your tongue if you have a large number of taste buds things taste stronger ใช่ค่ะ people taste people เติม es อยู่แล้ว people ใช่ people taste food people to taste to have it depends on the number of taste bud on your tongue ใช้ on I have been writing my blog blog my blog from London every day during the Olympic and the Paralympic and this my final post to look back on a wonderful couple of months I have been writing every day nowadays the idea that learn is only for children is obviously not true it seems to me that as an adult you can rely on it in it ไม่มีคำว่า seems it seems seems it seems to me that as an adult you can't rely on what you learned in school to get by any longer Switzerland has เน้นคำว่า has very strict strict เน้นคำว่า strict anti-noise rules especially to นะคะ to people who live นะคะ live in flats A live B has C2 district this land has various I still get really nervous before a concert. Have to drink. Have to herbal tea even today. แล้วก็คำว่า after having done คำว่า done hundreds of concerts คำว่า my hands sweat and my heart beats เน้นคำว่า beat really fast just before going เน้นคำว่า in ค่ะแล้วก็ state before going in state on state Archer Conan Doyle was เน้นคำว่า was born in Edinburgh แล้วก็ in เน้นคำว่า in ค่ะ 22 ND May 1859 he started เน้นคำว่า started medicine at Edinburgh University and as a student he began writing short story คำว่า began ค่ะIt took 7 years คำว่า took ค่ะ It took 7 years of planning and 70,000 volunteers to make everything go well จุด much เน้นคำว่า much ค่ะ much people have said much the stop wasn't เน้นคำว่า wasn't ค่ะ easy finding คำว่า finding ค่ะ I nearly miss เน้นคำว่า miss ค่ะ it on แล้วก็ on ค่ะ my way back home the shop wasn't easy finding I nearly miss miss it on my way back home was miss I have เน้นคำว่า have ค่ะ really enjoyed being เน้นคำว่า being ค่ะ able to watch sports which are เน้นคำว่า are ค่ะ not normally showing แล้วก็ showing ค่ะ on television I have really enjoyed being sport sport me ค่ะ sports which are not normally showing this is for the W and showing ต่อไปเป็นบทยาวเลยนะคะ The Norwegian town of Rjukan lies LIES lie along the fall ใช่ค่ะ along the Norwegian town of Rjukan lies along the fall of a narrow valley surrounded by sheer mountains because of its location. The town with its 3,400 แล้วก็อันนี้เป็นของข้อ1แล้วก็ has in the past lived in shadow for half the year during the day from late September to mid March. The town gets no direct natural sunlight at all. Its residents all agree this. That the town was incredibly depressing during the winter months. ข้อแรกหลัง it 3,400 choice คือ number ข้อ 2 populations เติม s ข้อ 3 total ข้อ 4 inhabitants the town with its 3,400 number or populations ต่อไปข้อ 2 อยู่หลัง this its resident or agree this its resident or agree this that the town was incredibly depressing during the winter months explained เติม ed แล้วก็ made ข้อ b made แล้วก็ข้อ c showed ข้อ 4 ก็คือ meant 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 its residents all agree this that the town was incredibly depressing during the winter months. Choice A explained. ข้อ B made showed showed แล้วก็ meant ข้อ A มันเป็น explain เติม ed showed this show that แล้วก็คำว่า lie ในพารากราฟในบรรทัดแรกคืออะไร The word lies in paragraph 2 is closest meaning to A misleading misleadingก็ข้อ 2 until ข้อ 3 located why do the residents think that the town is depressing during winter A because the town gets direct sunlight all year long B because they lie on hills C because a lot of people will go to psychologists during that time D because the town will be dark for a long time what's the opposite of narrow word on the first line narrow wide ต่อไป ต่อไปให้ซาเมียอันนี้ไม่มีเงินให้เติมแล้วค่ะ Just a quick email to say that sound like a great idea. Saturday is better for me because I'm meeting my parents on Sunday. So if this still good for you, why don't you come here? Then you can see the new flat and all the work we have done on the kitchen since we moved in. We can eat at home and then go for a walk in the afternoon. It's going to be so good to catch up. Finally, I want to hear all about your new job. On address in 52 Charlie Road, but it's a bit different to find because the house numbers are really strange here. If you turn left at the post office and keep going past the big white house on Charlie Road, there's a small side street behind it with the house 50-56 in. Don't ask me why the side street don't have a different name, but can me if you get lost and I will come and get you. Let me know if there anything you don't do like to eat. Really looking forward to see you. What's main idea of the article about? Finding a house to rent. Move the house on Saturday. Inviting for reunion. What the closet mean of catch up? Separate. Leave or meet. What would Rico do if Samia get lost? A. Pick up Samia. B. Leave her into unknown road. C. Call security. Leave her into unknown road. Pick up Samia immediately. What's the closest meaning of strange in line 7? STRANGE. A. Bizarre แล้วก็ easy แล้วก็อันสุดท้าย different bizarre ต่อไป state whether the information is true or false or non-given. Information ก็คือ Samia will come to visit Georgia after his work is done. True, not given, and false, not given. ต่อไปขึ้นเรื่องใหม่ค่ะ Chinese New Year แล้วก็ or generally referred to as Lunar New Year globally is the Chinese festival that celebrates the beginning of a new year on the traditional Chinese calendar. The festival is usually referred to as the Spring Festival in mainland China and is one of several Lunar New Years in Asia. Celebration traditionally take place from the evening preceding the first day of the year to the Lantern Festival held on the 15th day of the year. The first day of Chinese New Year begin on the new moon that appears between 21 January and 20 February in 2019. The first day of the Chinese New Year was on Tuesday, 5 February, initiating the year of the pig. Chinese New Year is a major holiday in Greater China and has strongly influenced Lunar New Year celebrations of China's neighboring cultures, including the Korean New Year's หรือ Seoul, the Tet of Vietnam, and the Rosa of Tibet. It is also celebrated worldwide in regions and countries with significant overseas Chinese population, including Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Thai, Cambodia, Philippines, Mauritius, as well as many in North America and Europe. Chinese New Year is associated with several myths and costume, MYTHS, myths and customs. The festival was traditionally a time to honor divinities as well as ancestors, which in China regional costume and traditions concerning the celebration of the New Year vary widely, and the evening preceding Chinese New Year's Day is frequently regarded as an occasion for Chinese families to gather for the annual reunion dinner. It is also traditional for every family to thoroughly clean their house in order to sweep away any ill fortune and to make way for incoming good luck. Anything custom is the decoration of windows and doors with red paper cup and two-line poems. Other activities include lighting firecracker and giving money in red paper envelopes. For the northern regions of China, drummings and figures prominently in meals celebrating the festival. It offers served as the first meal of the year. What's the purpose of celebrating Chinese New Year? What's the purpose of celebrating Chinese New Year? Sweep away good luck, worship and honor the spelling of elderly หรือ to have nation holiday. The word preceding in paragraph 2 is closest meaning to preceding. A since, B previous, C after. Paragraph 2 on it. celebrations traditionally take place from the evening preceding the first day of the year to the lantern after. When does Chinese New Year start? In January or February ข้อ B in February ข้อ C January บอกว่า The first day begin on the February ต่อไป Why do Chinese clean their house during China? Have good luck. True, false หรือ not given คือ the red decoration in Chinese New Year symbolize good fortune and joy. True. ต่อไปครับ Artist Peter Fowler talks about his hobby. Artist talk about his hobby. There's a popular idea that artists are not supported to be into sport. But mountain biking is a huge part of my life. It gets me out of my studio and into the countryside. But more importantly, racing along as fast as you can leaves you no time to worry about anything that's going on in your life. You are too busy concentrating on not crashing. The only thing you pay attention to are the pain in your legs and the locks on the part in front of you. I'm in my 16th now, but I started cycling when I was a kid. In the summer, my friends and I would ride our bike into the woods and see who was brave enough to go down steep hills or do big jumps. The bikes we had then were not built for that and often broke, so I used to draw pictures of bikes with big tires that would be strong enough for what we were doing. They look just like modern mountain bike. However, it wasn't until many years later that someone actually invented one by the 1980s. They were everywhere. At the time, I was into skateboarding. At that time, I was into skateboarding. I did that for a decade until falling off on the hard surface started to hurt too much. Mountain biking seemed a fairly safe way to keep fit, so I took that up instead. I made a lot of friends and got involved in racing, which gave me a lesson to train hard. I want to find out just how fit and fast I could get. which turned out to be fairly quick. I even won a couple of local runs. In the end, I stopped lancing mainly because I knew what it could mean to my career if I had a bad crash. But I still like capture
เลือกกี่ข้อลูก
40
ได้40ข้อเหลือ40ข้อ
ได้สิเหลือ40เป็นงงว่าทำไมมันยังมีคนดูหน้าจออยู่เลย
เขาแคปหน้าจออยู่
แคปแล้ว
คะแนนออกยัง
คะแนนยังไม่ออกแต่ว่าเหมือนเขาเขียนว่า61/100
อ๋อ61ทับมัน65ข้อไง65ข้อ65นาทีกูไปเขียนหนังสือได้เลยนะไปเขียนหนังสือเป็นเล่มได้เลยเขาให้ออกแล้วเหรอโอเค
เขาบอกถ้าเกิดใครเสร็จก่อนก็ออกได้เลยแต่ว่าเมื่อกี้มันตัดมันเหมือนมันตัดไปหน้าที่ให้แคปเองเลยไงหนูก็เลย
แล้วซูม
ออกแล้วค่ะ
เขาเปิดซูมตลอดเลยเหรอเขาเปิดซูมตลอดที่ทำเหรอ
ใช่ขอบคุณค่ะโอ้โห
แม่แบบเร็วมาก
แม่แบบว่าจดแบบ
มือเร็วมากแล้วมึงอ่านรู้ด้วยนะมันจะตอบอะไรอะตอบเลยจริง